Hey guys, Professor Nubivore here. Welcome to the Minecraft Labs, where learning is done in 8-bit. Today we are going to be looking at a design that I came up with for a mob grinder. Now, if any of you have watched my Skyblock series, you'll know this design because I used it there and used it quite effectively. Now, a mob grinder, as you may know, is something that is designed to cause mobs to spawn and die without you actually having to kill them so that you can collect their stuff. Now, this particular design uses fall damage to kill the mobs. Now, as you can see, I've already set up the drop zone. This is where the mobs are going to fall and actually die, and so this is where you will collect all the drops that they leave. Now, this column is 30 blocks high. Now, you'll need about 35 to 36 blocks of space in order to do this design. It's important that you have the drop zone be high enough to where there's absolutely no chance of the mobs surviving the fall, with the possible exception of spiders. Unfortunately, they can still catch the walls on the way down and slow their descent so that they don't die. They'll still take damage, and they're still easy to kill, though. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to, once you have this drop zone set up, and I would definitely recommend doing the drop zone first, is you're going to go ahead and set up the room for the mobs to spawn in. And what's going to happen is you're going to use water to push the mobs to this central pit where they're going to fall and die. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start with the main water channels, and these need to be exactly 8 blocks long, with a 9th block at the end to cap it. So this is going to be the first block. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a 9th to cap it. And you're going to do another one on this side. And go ahead and put the ends there. And you're going to do that on all 4 sides. And this is going to be the basic size of the spawn room. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 9th to cap it. There we go. And on this side as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 9th to cap. All right. And last side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 9th to cap that as well. Let me finish this out. Now, to demonstrate what I mean with the water, let me go ahead and put sides on this side. And this side as well. Oop. Too far. Okay, so when we take our water bucket and we put a block here and a block here, you'll notice the water flows exactly 8 blocks and stops. Now, it's very important that you make this 8 blocks. If you make it more than 8 blocks, you'll have a dry spot at the end, which the mobs can stop at. So they won't be guaranteed to fall. And if you make it less than 8 blocks, then the water is actually going to pour into the hole, which will keep anything from dying. All the mobs will survive that fall. So 8 blocks long is definitely the way to go. So let me go ahead and get rid of those water blocks. Now, once you have your 4 sides, you're going to put a side of 4 blocks long on each side of the main channel. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll get rid of that 5th one. And then from here as well. No. We want to place, not or destroy, not place. Okay, so, oh goodness. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and finish constructing the rest of the basic floor, and we'll be back and explain how the rest of this works. Okay, so here we have the basic floor design of the mob grinder, and if you'll notice, it's a fairly regular design on all sides. Now, the reason that I left these portions here is this is where the mobs are actually going to spawn. Since they can't actually spawn on water, we can't make the entire floor out of water, or else there'd be no place for the mobs to actually spawn. So when you put the water down here, 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 and here, now you'll see it's going to the hole on all four sides. Now if you place an additional block of water in each of these corners, and there, now you'll notice that on all four sides, in every direction, the water is going directly to this hole. So no matter where the mobs spawn, they'll wander around on these for a little bit and then fall in the hole. And since mobs can't really fight the current, they'll eventually end up right there. Now obviously we want this to work both night and day, so just having it open at the top is not going to work. Also, if we just left it this way, then the mobs could just as easily fall on the sides, or fall off the sides. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and add a wall and a roof. Now the wall needs to be 2 blocks high. So you're going to add 3 blocks, 2 for the wall and 1 for the roof, all the way around. Now the reason we do 2 blocks high is to prevent Endermen from spawning inside here, because unfortunately Endermen don't let water push them. They will teleport immediately upon hitting the water, so you're not going to get any Ender pearls at the bottom of this pit, but what you will get is you'll get Endermen pulling blocks out of this thing and possibly changing the way the water flows, or stopping the water flowing on one side, which is definitely not recommended. So I'm going to go ahead and finish out the sides and the wall, and we'll be right back. Okay, so once you have the complete spawning room done, the last thing you have to address is this right here, which is the roof. Now, obviously you don't want mobs spawning up here, but if you leave it the way it is right now, they definitely will. In fact, they'll spawn quite a bit, and that will reduce the amount of mobs that spawn inside. Now, there's several different methods you can use to keep mobs from spawning up in here. You can put a lip around the edges and put water on top, or you can cover the entire top with half slabs, or you can just simply use torches. Now, torches is generally the way I go, just because it's quick and easy, and you don't really, you don't have to worry about the light bleeding into the mob room. So whichever method you want to use to keep mobs from spawning up here, it's completely up to you. Half slabs and water definitely will work. I've used half slabs and water both to prevent spawning on the ground when I've done Skyblocks. In fact, if you've watched my Skyblock series, you'll see I actually prepped the super flat world I made the Skyblock in by laying down a huge area of half slabs around where the Skyblock was going to go to prevent mobs from spawning underneath my Skyblock, so that they would spawn in my mob trap when I eventually built it. So there you go. That is the completed mob grinder. So now all we have to do is move away from it a little bit and wait for the spawning to start and see how we do. So let me go ahead and I'm just going to walk back in here for a sec. Give them time to pop in. It generally does not take long for it to start. As you know, you have to be at least... what are you doing inside there? Oh, you know what? I forgot to place a torch inside my drop zone. Now that is important to place one so that you don't get any spawnage inside here. At least one torch. Come here, buddy. Come out of there. As you can see, the mobs are already starting to fall. Because right now, since I put the drop zone 30 blocks high, that puts me outside of the range that prevents mobs from spawning. So you can stand directly underneath the mob spawner, and they'll still spawn like gangbusters. Okay. Don't make me get a sword, dude. Come on. Thank you. And there we go. This is exactly what you should see. You see, there's what I meant by spiders. Unfortunately, they'll catch the sides on the way down, and it'll prevent them from dying upon impact. Sometimes. Sometimes they will. Sometimes they will die, but sometimes they won't. Okay. Move. You made me put a hole in my wall, jerk. There we go. But other than that, you're good to go. Now, let's take a look. Let's go on up inside here and take a look and see how the spawning rate looks in here. As you can see, pretty prolific. Pretty prolific indeed. And they're all destined for death. Alright, so there you go. That is the completed mob grinder. Hopefully that design is easy enough to duplicate and you guys can build one in your worlds. It's not just for Skyblock either. I built one of those in a regular world that I was doing, you know, just normal Minecraft stuff, and it still provided me with some good resources and materials. So if you have enjoyed this this tutorial, and I certainly hope that you have, please do comment, subscribe if you have not. Be sure and check out my other videos. Once again, it's youtube.com/noobivore73, and make sure you slap that like button like it stole something, and we will catch you guys next time.